All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the second-round pick, Eric McCoy from Texas A&M. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
1st down, New Orleans.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their own 15. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second and 7, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready. Man, I got you.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 27-yard
Ready,
line.
right 25. I know you ain't got it.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. This one caught by Ridley. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 49. Keystone, travel. Check 49.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Ken Crawley. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
59, ready. 280.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, Sanu with a grab over the middle. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mike 58 right there. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Ready, 280. Right 25. Watch the screen.
Pass. Check it out, Reed. He's checking.
Try to punch it in with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And this one complete to Smith. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Bridgewater now. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Check 9, check 9. Wait! 6-6, pull it high. Ready to go!
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Ready, like 25! Here we go, here we go! Check, check!
To throw is Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Good work, boys. Go. Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
But remember, they get the...
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Vic Beasley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Now Ryan on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing. Bridgewater. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58.
From the 30 on second down, Ryan, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
It's going to be a long good.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run on first down. Freeman And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
The pass from Ryan complete to Freeman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now after the holding call, here's second and 20.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
After the penalty, here's Freeman. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on third and 12.
No surprise at all.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Tyler Davison. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Now Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal, now brings up a decision on fourth down.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
59, 21, 280. Base.
From the shotgun, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check 3. Check Nick. Hey, express.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. That's out to Hill, right side complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones, his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Bridgewater. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Check, 47. All right, T, let's check. All right, T.
On first down, it's Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They keep it with Smith on first down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
On second down, it's Freeman. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Grady Jarrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack on first down, Bridgewater. Smith catches left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Freeman again. He finds some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
To throw is Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's caught at the 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Save.
Bridgewater with a keeper. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They come out here in the I. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. One last shot now for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Atlanta, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9.